Good evening. I am Inez, your audacious living and confidence coach and life coach, health coach as well. I'm excited to be with you this evening. It is such an amazing space in which to dwell. When we decide that we enjoy our lives because we get to create whatever it is we desire, and live in the energy of mindfulness and noticing our aha moments, it gives us the fuel to have the vibration that continues to give us aha moments. And as we are always having these aha moments, life becomes almost magical. It's amazing what the difference is. Now we can create that difference anytime we desire, or we can just start practicing it and not even realize that's what we are doing, which is also awesome. Or we can decide, you know what? I'm not even going to pay attention. I'm not going to notice it. And whatever you decide is okay, because that is you and you get to choose. And having the life of choice makes all the difference, because as you are choosing, you become mindful anyway. Because in order to choose, you're going to have one thing here, one thing there, or maybe 3 or 4. You could be bouncing a whole lot of balls. It just doesn't matter. But whichever ball you catch and whichever one you decide to hold on to and look at and deal with, now you get into being the mindful person that you know yourself to be. And as we are practicing mindfulness and the aha moments of noticing them and allowing those aha moments to just drip over us and into us in such a beautiful way that we desire to have that more and more. Aha moments are there to support us and being the person that we came to this planet to be. And not only that, it also supports us in uplifting ourselves and others and around the planet. And right now, we can really use a lot of that. So as you're going through your day, and for the rest of this evening, depending on where you are in the world this evening, for me, it could be morning for somebody, it might be the middle of the night for somebody, it just depends. But wherever you are, as you're going through this process of deciding yes to life, and as you decide yes to life, life becomes even better and better and better. And you might ask, Inez, how is that possible? It's possible because you're fully engaged. And as you begin to get more and more fully engaged, intentionally fully engaged, now that makes a big difference. When you're just going around, oh, well, it is what it is. Well, yes, it is what it is, and it will remain is what it is until you decide to make a difference. And the moment you make that decision, everything in the universe lines up to give you exactly that. And then you say, but that's not possible. So everything backs back up and it says, well, it's not possible. No sense in even going down there to help her. So you get to choose. Mindfulness also gives you the opportunity to have acceptance. Acceptance gives you so much freedom, allowing and accepting, because it gives you the freedom to allow others to be without trying to make anybody different than who they are, without trying to make yourself different than who you are. You get in the energetic space of knowing that it's okay. The only person that we can change is ourselves. And because we know that we are the only ones that we can change, that makes it even better and better. There's nothing wrong with you. You get to choose whether there are some things that you'd like to see different in your life. There's nothing broken. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. There might be something that you want to tweak a little bit. You might be something that you want to discard because it no longer serves you and your purpose. And that's also really, really fine. Just know that whatever it is, you have the control over it. And that can be a huge aha moment when you make that decision. I am fine. I'm perfect, whole, and complete just as I am. I just want to tweak some things. And as you're going through thinking about the things that you want to tweak, you might even decide, might be a good idea to capture some of this stuff I'm thinking about tweaking, to capture some of it on some paper so that when I go back and look at it, I know that that is something that I'm really, really excited about. The possibilities. And possibilities opens up opportunities in the whole wide world. It is amazing when we start thinking about what is possible. What else is possible? What else is possible? Possibilities start coming like popcorn. And as the popcorn continues to pop, it just is awesome. And because it is so awesome, you get to enjoy every single kernel of that popcorn because you're creating it for yourself. So as we talk about aha moments that last, many of you will have some, and when you have that aha moment, all you'll be able to just breathe, and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I was holding on to something that happened however many years ago. But now that I know that I'm not required to hold on to anything in the past, you can hold on to it if you desire. But just remember, the past is the past. And because it is the past, you get to allow it to stay back there, or you can bring it into your present in this moment anytime you want. But just remember this, when you allow this moment to be a past moment, you miss the exquisiteness and the bliss and the joy of being here now. As you are going through and being mindful and accepting and allowing and knowing that everything is perfect, whole, and complete because you chose it, whether intentionally or not, you still chose it. So you get to decide what I'm letting go. Then you might ask the question, well, Inez, how can I make a decision about what to let go? That's up to you. What causes your solar plexus to get tight sometimes? What causes you to draw into yourself and you become small because you don't want to be seen? What is it that causes you to think that maybe that's not for me, even though you know because you had the thought that it is for you? You're not going to think of something that's not for you if you desire it. Then you might start thinking, but am I willing to do it? How much work is it for me to become that person that I really desire? That my doppelganger out there is enjoying life so fully and I'm sitting back all tight and scared? When do you decide to allow that to go? When you realize in that aha moment, this doesn't feel good. This is not who I be. This is not why I came here. Now that's a real freeing aha moment. So you might want to look at it, turn it around and decide, oh yes, this is my aha moment and I can be the person that I came here to be. So many times we allow others to tell us from children, we little children growing up. And everybody says, oh, you are my little this, you are my little that. And you're saying to yourself, that doesn't feel right for me. However, I want to please mommy, I want to please daddy, I want to please the world. When you stop pleasing yourself, that's when you start having discomfort in your body, dis-ease in your mind. And sometimes it even gets to the point where you really, really have physical sickness. That's not required if you want to be, if you intend to be the person you know yourself to be. The reason that we have the dis-ease and the uncomfortable feeling in our systems, because we're denying ourselves. When we give ourselves permission to really be, now things start to change magically. I'm not saying that it's going to be always easy. You might have some detours, you might have some curves, some mountains to climb. Just think though, the mountain that you're climbing is because it's a mountain that you desire to climb. It's not a mountain that somebody told you had to climb. And once you make the first step up that mountain and know that you're being your true self, that you are allowing your aha moments to guide you, the ones that support you in being yourself, the mountain no longer becomes so steep. It starts to kind of level out, because in leveling out, now you're on solid ground and you're walking with your head back, your shoulders down, your stomach pulled in, and you're just having the best time. You start to laughing out loud just for no reason. You're walking by yourself and all of a sudden you have this big aha moment and you just start laughing. Laughter is good for the soul, it's healing, it's stress relieving, and all of that. So every chance you get to laugh at yourself, laugh out loud and just be so overjoyed as you remember laughing out loud at myself is really good, because now I am in my aha moments and I'm allowing that to guide me in my mindfulness. and the acceptance and the allowing of being mindful. When we are accepting and allowing, things become a lot easier because we are becoming non-judgmental. We're becoming letting our opinions just be ours and not put them on anybody else. We are also becoming to the space where we might have points of view, but these points of view belong to us. So when it's important that we get in the energy of allowing others to also have their points of view. So when you're having a point of view and you just know you're right, this is it. Think about that for a moment. It could be just right for you, but not for the person you're trying to convince. And let me just say this. If it comes down to an opportunity and you're sharing something and the other person is not in agreement with you, it's okay. They get to be in their space as well. And because you know that is your point of view and it's not theirs, there's no reason to try to convince anybody of coming over to your side. Let them have their aha moment and either decide, yes, this is really something that I can embrace, or no, that's not for me. And it's okay because you're in the vibration of accepting and allowing. It makes life so much easier because then we become discerning in our behaviors. We become discerning in the people that we bring into our lives. We become discerning and attracting those people to us that are like-minded, that we can get along and have great discussions. Now that in itself is worth gold because so often when we get into the opportunity of being mindful, we sometimes forget. We forget that others have their own opinions. They have their own points of view. They have everything for themselves. We can only be ourselves all the time. Now, when we are being mindful and paying attention, or noticing, I should say, our words, our aha moments, there's nothing that we get to do about it. Being in the aha moment doesn't cost you anything. Being in mindfulness of the aha moment, there's nothing required. You don't have to pay anything. All you get to do is be in it and accept it and just love it, love it, love it. Aha moments are there to embrace us and allow us to embrace ourselves in a manner that supports us in being the best person that we can be. And as we are being the very best person that we can be, it just spills out into the universe. And as it spills out, it's touching others all the time. And as it is touching others, how cool is that? The big thing though, when you start realizing what you're doing, get into the energy of complete bliss and joy. Because the more blissful, the more joy, the more gratitude, the more love that we can bring up for ourselves, now we get to share that with the world. Loving yourself first is one of the best gifts that you can give to yourself. And we're in holiday season now. And because we are in the holiday season, wow, just imagine the difference it will be when you wake up every day and as your eyes open, you say to yourself as you're stretching before you get out of bed, I just love me some me. And you be with that for a second or two, or a minute or two or three. And as you're feeling the love for yourself, you're feeling the joy of waking up, you're feeling the bliss of having the opportunity to experience another day. Oh man, that is absolutely one of the best gifts you can give yourself. And because you're loving yourself up so fully before you even get out of bed, think about this. You love yourself up so fully before you get out of bed. When you get out of bed, now that love just spreads to everybody in the house or wherever you meet. That is amazing. It also gives you the energy and the vibration that stops you from being annoyed or irritated at little things that people might do. Somebody might cut you off on the road. You're running down whichever interstate you live near, and all of a sudden somebody cuts in front of you and slow down. Now that's an aha moment right there. Because if they slow down, you got to slow down as well. That's okay. Just smile. They're in their own world, you're in yours, and you smile, and therefore you're not irritated. Smiling and laughing, you cannot be upset or irritated when you're smiling and laughing. That makes all the difference. And as that's making all the difference, it's just amazing what happens in your world. Truly, truly makes a very, very good difference in your life. As you're going about your day and you're seeing that mindfulness and your aha moments all come together, and as they are all coming together, that gives you the space and the energy to say, I get to be transformative in my life. And as you're being transformative in your life, guess what? The beauty of it all gives you the opportunity, allows you the space to transform yourself whenever you're ready. It's not required. It's just something that you might want to tweak, as I said earlier. And as you are tweaking whatever it is that you're thinking that, transformation would be awesome here. Great, do it, do it. Transformation can come over time. Give yourself permission to step into it easily, noticing around you and in you how you feel inside. Your insides will give you a clue, a very big clue, as to what's going on in your outer surroundings. And because it gives you a big clue, pay attention, notice it. Another aha moment. When you are being mindful, you decide how you're going to live your life, what lifestyle you desire, and you start putting steps in place for those things to happen. And just as I was talking about earlier about climbing the mountain, as you put these steps in place, they can be boulders that you got to jump across. They can be steps that you just take. They can be stepping stones, whatever you decide. Biggest thing though, is making a decision. Because as long as you're vacillating back and forth and back and forth, you're going to be like as a child, we had what we call a spinning top. And it was metal, and it was a ball kind of thing, and it had a handle in it that you push down. And as you push it down, it would just spin, spin, spin until it lost the spin, and then it would fall over. So whenever you're in the space of vacillating back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's like being in a spinning top. When are you gonna say to yourself, this spinning is making me dizzy. It's time for me to sit down, take some quiet time, and decide, yes, this is what I'm going for. Now, once you make the decision, it doesn't mean that you can't tweak it, you can't change it, you can't veer a little bit from it, add something to it, but at least you got a starting point. And with that starting point, it gives you the energy, the vibration, the impetus to move forward. Without ever getting a starting point, you're sitting like this, maybe I'll do this tomorrow, maybe not. Come on. Today is all we have. This moment that I'm talking right now, this is the only time we have. And when you are listening or watching, this is the only time we have. And because this is the only time we have, we get to make it yummy and juicy and delicious. And as we make it yummy, juicy, and delicious, it becomes a part of us that we want to hold on to. That's the aha moment that we want to hold on to. And as we're holding on to it, oh man, it gets better and better. That is what it's really all about. Totally what it's all about. I invite you to visit my website, inezbracy.com. Check us out and just go over it and look at what things are on there and see if there's something that you would enjoy. I'd love it if you would go ahead and register on the site, on the little, what is it called? The thing that comes up where you can put your name in and your email. That would be awesome. Now back to mindfulness. Anyone can do it. You can teach your children to do it, your grandchildren to do it, your great-grandchildren to do it. Anyone can practice it. And the best way of teaching this is to do exercises with them, create an opportunity to sit with them and talk about it. First of all, children are so smart, they get it right away. They're like, oh, auntie, that sounds really, really great. Let's do it. When they start being mindful, they will run to you sharing their excitement about it, the aha moments that they have been having. And when you encourage them to continue that, and you're teaching them this while they're children, it is just amazing what happens, because they grow up to be adults and time goes by really, really, really quickly. And because the years go by so quickly, they have the tools already that they can use immediately in any situation. Because they have those tools that they can use in any situation, it makes a difference in their life. You will find that they will be more confident. They will be more loving because you've taught them how to love themselves. They're going to be more caring because you've taught them how to care for themselves and also to care for others. How to be in the best relationship, because the best relationship you can have is with yourself. Now, once you get into the best relationship with yourself, now when others come into your life, there's an opportunity for you to be in relationships on a different level. And as that level continues to rise, the relationships that you bring into your life become more and more meaningful. And many times they last for years and years and years. Now, there will be some relationships that come, they're short term, but they fed you when they were there. After these relationships leave, others will come and some will stay longer, some will go away. However, you have had the experience. Every experience that we have can leave us with a great, great feeling or a not so good feeling. Now let's think about that for a moment. Which feeling would you like to hold on to? You want to hold on to the not so good feeling, really that doesn't feel so good? Or do you want to hold on to that feeling that makes you smile and make you want to dance and sing out loud, even though you know you can't carry a tune, only you enjoy your singing? But that's okay, because you're singing just for you anyway. That's really what living is all about. As you are living your joyful, bliss-filled, splendiferous life, others are going to want a piece of it. And it's okay. You can let them have as little as you want or as much as you want. It's entirely up to you. And however you do it, it's fine. Because what you are doing is enjoying your life that you create for yourself. Now, you hear me use the word create because that's exactly what we're doing. Every word that we speak, every action we take, we're creating something. When you look around your home, look around outside, wherever you are, you chose the spot. You attracted that spot to you. And everything in your home, you created it. Now, some of the things that you have, you might decide, well, that doesn't serve me anymore. Get rid of it. It's okay. Oh, but I paid so much for it. That's fine. Somebody else will enjoy it or not. If it's not feeding your soul, if it's not inspiring you, if it's not something that you want to just hold on to, let it go. Because I can guarantee you this. The moment that you release attachment to whatever it is that you no longer desire in your life and let it go, something else will come in that will give you that joy, that bliss, that splendor that you desire. And as you are experiencing this new item, this new thing, this new person, whatever it is, now you have the fulfillment of your dreams. Fulfillment of your dreams belong to you, but only you can fulfill those dreams. Being mindful about it, noticing your aha moments, help you do that. One of the things that you might want to do if you're dreaming at night, having peaceful sleep, long, restful sleep, being rejuvenated when you wake up in the morning, stress-free, no anxiety and all of that. When you dream, have a dream book beside your bed. And as you have that dream book beside your bed, you have these beautiful dreams that transport you into the astral space that gives you the energy and shows you all the things that you desire. Wake up, when you wake up from that dream, be the first one to write it down. Write really, really fast. Because I can tell you now, you will, sometimes you'll hold on to it all day, but many times part of it will be left behind. So as you write it all down in your dream, and be sure to put the date on the book, on the page, because as you're doing that, now you can go back and flip through it, and you're flipping through it and you go, oh, that's when it started. And then you can track how far you've come from having had the dream months ago or years ago, and you can see exactly where you are and how it's guiding you. And the dreams will always continue to lead you on your path if you allow them. That's the caveat. Sometimes we think, oh, no, I'm not doing that. Well, okay, don't do it. Keep going down the path you're going until finally you find yourself doing what you thought you would have done. Had you done it then, you would have been much further ahead, but you didn't do it. But now you get to do it anyway. That's all about paying attention, noticing, and notice the feelings in your body. Be sure to notice those feelings. When you get the aha moment, am I feeling really good about this? Or am I feeling a little uncomfortable about this? What is my body saying to me? So as you get to know your body more and more intimately, you will find that it'll be a lot easier to notice it more quickly. And as you're noticing it more quickly, now if it feels good, hold on to it. If it doesn't, let it go. Mindfulness and discerning and aha moments are there and here for our greater good. And because they are there and here for our greater good, let's just use them. Use them to uplift us and humanity. Use them to share with others how great life can be. Use your aha moments to look around you and see the difference in your life and how you can make a difference in others. Use those aha moments to uplift you and the planet. Every time you are in that energy, that vibration of gratitude, love, joy, bliss, splendor, the energy rolls off you. You become like a beacon, like a lighthouse. You're shining like the sun. It's so amazing what happens. And your whole body starts to move differently. You get into the flow. Now, the flow means that you're going with the river current in your body. You're not trying to swim upstream. You're doing everything easily and effortlessly because you're going with the flow. And the more you go with the flow, the better it is. You keep going with the flow, the better it is. We have come up with this notion that we must suffer, must be complicated. No, it's not required. Definitely not required. And because it is not required, you really get to let it go when you decide to let it go. And it's almost like having on a big, heavy coat in the wintertime, and you wear it every day because it's so cold outside, you gotta have it on. Then spring comes. Now this is the reawakening. Spring comes. And when spring comes, you pull that coat off with such joy, such gratitude, such love, and you put it over here, that's done for the rest for this year. And you might grab a lighter coat, or you might not need a coat at all. Now you're in that energetic space, the same as you would do whenever you have something that comes into your life that makes your whole energy feel heavy. Sometimes you feel depleted, it feels so heavy. Get to the space where you can just take it off like a coat, throw it aside, brush it away, and go forth. Just knowing that everything is going to work out for you, because it always does. Whether you believe it or not, everything is always working out for you. When things are working out for you, and you notice this, you notice that, you notice this, you notice that, and you go, wow, yeah, things are working out for me. And sometimes it might not look like they're working out for you, but they are working out for you in a way that you had not intended, but they are working out for you. The more things work out for you, the better it's going to be. Be sure to pay attention, notice your aha moments. And as you're noticing your aha moments, be there in that energy. Allow that energy to go all through you And as that energy is going all through you, get the joy, the bliss, the love, and the gratitude for yourself. Remember, whatever you do is up to you. However you create your life is up to you. I would posit to you, it might be better to think about, how do I create the best life for me? And as you're creating the best life for you, life is just amazing. And because it is so amazing, it gives you the opportunity to create, to live, to be in the energetic space of always knowing. Notice I said knowing that all is perfect, whole, and complete in your work.